A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this particular channeling session, I'm going to be relaying a feminine who is on her path to attract a walk-in twin flame situation. However, right now there is a lot of pain, there's a lot of despair, feeling of betrayal and backstabbing. And this is also happening because she finds out that the masculine is doing a lot for the karmic, and he's actually doing things that he would refuse to do for her. Like, she would ask him, can you do this or can you do that? And he would simply say, no, this is not my thing. This is not my cup of tea. I don't like to do this. I don't like to do that. Now, since anyone who resonates with this situation would be a better judge of what those things would be. It could be literally something to do with meeting family. Like you would ask him to join you on a holiday or on a vacation, or if that's too much, according to you also, you just invite him for lunch or dinner. And this could be happening when you must have met his family couple of times. You must have spend time with this person couple of times. And those who are men listening to this channeling, this would be opposite for you. Like, you as a man, as a boyfriend, as a husband, maybe the husband stage has not yet come, but in some cases even that can be possible. So you as a person who is around them, you do a lot of things for them. And all you're expecting is that out of the things that you do for them, which is like on a repeated basis, they just do it for you once or twice maybe. So it's a festival, and it's a big festival for you. And every year you celebrate it with your family, with your friends, with everyone. You've been dating someone for a year or two maybe. The first time maybe you didn't ask them, you thought it was too early. But now it's been a while and you feel, they've always been around you, and in intimate situations also they are with you. So now is the time they should at least hang out with you in a normal way. But they make a big deal about it, and maybe they don't want to meet your family. And this is one of the example, guys, that came to my mind while I was doing this channeling. So it could be a small thing or it could be a big thing, depending on whatever the situation is. But as far as I am being shown, the person with feminine energy, the one who's more keen on inner work, I'm being shown that this person just wanted it like a casual affair or a casual thing, like a simple thing, not something fancy, not something hi-fi or too big. So they're just expecting something that they have done a multiple number of times without questioning it. Say, for example, the masculine wanted you to take you to his house too early in the relationship and you were not ready for it, but he convinced you that, hey, it's okay, you can come to my place, it's nice here and we can be super chill. What if your other family members have an issue? Oh, no, they are very nice people, they're very chilled out people, they will be very accepting of you. In fact, they have been suggesting me to go out with someone and be with someone serious who you want to marry. So he's gonna give her a lot of rebuttals and make her believe that it is indeed true love and not some casual fling or some casual one night stand or some kind of a thing, which you don't want to do. So after you believe this person, you start going to his place, and for a month or two maybe it's fine, or maybe you can see the red flags right in the very beginning but you choose to ignore it, and you see that the whole family is very hostile towards you, and now they are the ones who are blaming you that what type of a slut or what type of a whore she is, that she is entering our house too early in this relationship, or they're spending so much time together inside the room, locked up inside the room, and you're just basically obliging the person you love. You're just going with the flow with the person who's important for you or who matters for you. But for the other person, it is just convenience. It is just maybe sex, maybe. They could also be flaunting you around or showing you off, like trying to tell people that, hey, I'm not alone, I have this person. You could also be like a trophy girlfriend. A trophy girlfriend means like you're good looking, you're attractive, and it sort of adds some feathers to his cap. And he may be, before meeting you or before knowing you that well, that closely, he may be going through some rough patch where people could have told him that, it will not work out for you. They may have written him off. They may have written him off on certain aspects. So he could be using you to tell other people that, I am a good guy, I am sorted. And the same thing is vice versa in those cases who feel that it's not them. It could be the girlfriend, wife, engaged partner, even business partner. Like you have some business going on, you have some work going on, and this person like shows you around like, hey, look at me, and things like that. So now it's been a while doing all this, going through some kind of embarrassment or humiliation in the name of love. So this person, the one that I'm relaying, asks for a normal thing. It's not even like a favor. It's not like, do me this favor or help me out. It's a normal thing according to them. After a year and a half of dating someone, or 2 years of dating someone, or maybe even 6 months, why not? If the other party is so like close knit and all, why not? So say 6, 7, 8 months of dating, and you expect a person to just hang out with you in a setup where you're also comfortable. Like you go into their setup where they're comfortable. Similarly, you want them to do the same for you. But they refuse, they deny. They have many excuses like, I'm not well, I don't feel like, I don't have the energy. And maybe you find out that they were lying to you about all of this. There's nothing like that happening around them or in their life. Now, this is one of the scenario which could be like a commitment or a response to the commitment that you have given to that person. The second scenario could be intimacy. They could be like refusing to do certain things with you, but you find out that with the karmic, it's not the case. In the first case also, say you go through sort of a separation, a small separation in between, and the person is running or you're chasing, and then you stop chasing and then they surrender to you. You're not able to trust this person, so you take time, say 15 days, 20 days, whatever. And in between, you find out that they had some other person in their life for those days when you were not together, a month, 2 months or whatever, and they were doing everything for this person that they were not willing to do for you, like going to this person's house, hanging out with their parents, doing something very cute and intimate, which you were begging for, which you were asking for, and they would not give it to you. Or even when you ask for it, they will refuse you. Sometimes it could be the same thing that they asked from you first, and now you feel like saying that, it's my turn too. So with you, they had so much drama and complication and crankiness and, getting all the attention seeking, getting all the attention basically after they do attention seeking behavior. Or they ask for sympathy. Like instead of saying sorry, instead of saying I can't do this, or giving you a real reason. Like if someone gives you a real genuine reason, it's still possible to understand. But now the feminine is thinking that if he is so willingly doing all of this for the karmic, then in the first place, the reasons they gave to me were not even genuine reasons. Or the things they said to me were all bullshit, because look at them, they are so happily doing this. And when the karmic decides to dump their ass, and the karmic decides to, not go ahead with this type of a person, then they come back to you and then they tell you that I'm sorry, please accept me back, please take me again, I'm not going to do this again. I love you and only you, and that girl was bullshit. She was a horny chick. She was a slut. She was a whore. This is what most men do. When they leave their wives or girlfriends, or when they leave their partner, they go to someone else. They have a good time with that person. And when it does not work out, they start blaming that person, just like they were blaming you. Just like they were blaming you in the past when they chose someone else. So this type of a narcissistic person is a very unhealthy person, and you should not be wasting your time on it. And I'll say this to guys also, to men also who are listening to this, that if your partner takes you for granted, takes you for ride, uses you, plays with your feeling, manipulates you, and whatever they did not do for you, they are willing to do it for someone else without any shame, without any regret, and then you are literally standing there confused, thinking like, why would they do this to me? My advice to you is that don't take it personally. This is really not your fault, This is not something that you should take on yourself. You're not responsible for this. Just because somebody is going through a problem in their life or somebody is going through a situation, it does not mean that you should be held accountable for it. In fact, this is something that everyone needs to work on. This is not just a twin flame thing, or this is not just an ascension thing, or a man thing, or a woman thing. I have seen that most people who have problems in their life, they are not able to fix their life. They like to blame other people. Like some of the people who cannot keep their relationship going, some of the people whose relationships are full of issues, instead of looking within, like, why is my relationship not working out? Why am I going through this? Why am I going through that? All the reasons put together, they think that, okay, it must be because somebody is doing this or that person is doing this. Like even, for example, blaming the karmic is not a wise thing to do in all situations. In some context, in some situations where you know that your person was innocent and they trapped them or seduced them, okay, understandable. But when your own person is wrong, when your own coin, in Hindi we have a word called khota sikka, which means it's a bad coin, it doesn't work. So when you yourself have one khota sikka in your life, a bad coin in your life, you can't blame the shopkeeper. You can't go out and start, literally embarrassing other people or harassing other people that you did this to me or you did that to me. Many a times I have seen men and women going and fighting with the other people, whosoever is in their life. They'll go and fight with them, they'll go and abuse them, they'll go and accuse them. Hey, because of you, my person left me. We should not think that the other person is the culprit all the time and your person is very innocent. Especially if it's a narcissistic person, especially if it is a cheater, liar, somebody who doesn't own up to their mistakes, somebody who doesn't like to take responsibility of their own actions. So instead of mirroring them, instead of taking on to their negativity, soaking onto their negativity and literally becoming another version of them, doing the same thing that they are doing, you need to actually sit down and think about it step by step in very reflective mood, like reflect upon it, introspect upon it, retrospect upon it, and think, what is the scenario? In both cases, whether your person is innocent or not, you need to have extreme amount of faith in universe that they will learn their lesson, whether it's a good lesson or a bad lesson, but they will learn a lesson and they will realize their mistake if it is meant to be. If it is not meant to be, then also you should keep your head high and move on and do your things. People who don't have their own hobbies, they don't have their own likes and dislikes, they don't have their own regime, routine, which could be based on health and fitness and just simple joys of life. When you don't have any of that, then you are constantly focused on the other person. So in this scenario, what's happening is that the person who I'm relaying, it could be a man, it could be a woman, but I sense a lot of feminine energy in them, a lot of nurturing energy in them. They are the ones who are being taken for a ride, and they have decided that if they can do so much for another random person, for a karmic, or for someone they're having an affair with, or for someone they were into a secret relationship with or clandestine relationship with, they don't want to continue with this person, at least for now. This is what I'm being shown. And the hurt and the pain is actually coming from the comparison. They feel like there is some amount of favoritism that is happening over here, or they are getting this feeling that they are not worthy enough, they were not good enough, they were not nice enough to receive this amount of affection or love or even companionship. So for your personal situations or even for counseling session, you can write to me and you can book a session with me. Please check out the description box. It has all the details. I have also given some reductions on the therapies actually, and also on reading sessions. So go for it, people. And also do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because you know that we follow certain intuitive protocols and some very beautiful gifts and tools that help us to get to the most accurate answer. A lot of people have actually spoken about this thing, that the reading felt very nice, it was very authentic, it was very accurate. And I also advise you that if you have a habit of going to a lot of readers, because it has happened with me in the past that people come to me with question and answers, and they say the last time when I went to a reader, this is what they told me, and it has not worked out, so now I'm coming to another person. See, the thing is that if you're going to go to so many people, you're constantly going for 100 types of therapies or 100 types of sessions or multiple readings, and it will only confuse your mind. You must focus more on inner work, and you must focus on the things that help you grow and shape you up better. Sometimes you may not yourself want to do inner work. Sometimes you could be the runner. You could be running away from fixing yourself because you could be too comfortable in your current reality. Then that's a different thing altogether. That's something I cannot say. But it is advisable that, don't go to so many people. Go to a few good ones. If you feel that, sometimes you can meet 2 to 3 good people also, isn't it? So anyway, I'll see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and keep up the inner work.